What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. And I'm sorry, I'm already laughing at the BS. I cannot help it. But Tim Scott, remember the man who was chucking and jiving, hoping to be Donald Trump's VP pick, which we already knew that was not going to happen. And he got himself a girlfriend and then a fiance. And he actually went ahead and sealed the deal by marrying this woman. And it is just so weird. Oh my goodness. It is so absolutely weird. But I want to share the story. And honestly, I'm sharing the story because I want to share other people's thoughts and comments on this, because I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I cannot believe she went through and sealed the deal. But this comes from local news in Charleston. Tim Scott marries Mindy at Mount Pleasant Church in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. U.S. Senator Tim Scott and Mindy Noche tied the knot at their home church in Mount Pleasant. Friends and family gathered at Seacoast Church to watch South Carolina's junior senator and former Republican presidential candidate wed. Tim's brother Ben and Mindy's best friend Joni made up the wedding party while the church's founding pastor Greg Surratt officiated the ceremony. It's funny because I actually am very familiar with Mount Pleasant. I'm familiar with the church. I've never been there before. And some of the names that were listed as local businesses that participated, I'm 100% familiar with them as well. All right, notable wedding attendees included Senators John Thune, Lindsey Graham, James Lankford, and John Barrasso, former Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy, former Senator Cory Gardner, former Rep. Trey Gowdy, and former Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, according to Scott's campaign. Local businesses, Creech's Florist, Ryan Fuller Photography, and Hall's Chop House played a role in the celebration. Oh my God. She looks like she is in, I don't even know. It is just so weird. And him with all those gums. Anyway, Tim and Mindy met through mutual friends at the Mount Pleasant Church. They started a Bible study together and later had their first date in downtown Charleston. Scott proposed earlier this year while on Kiowa Island. The couple's first dance was swaying to the music, slow dancing. Whatever. Let me tell you something. Oh my God, I cannot, because the jokes really just write themselves when it comes to this story. So I'm just going to go down the line of some of these comments because I really want to see if there are any comments mixed in to say congratulations, or, you know, you held out all these years waiting for the right one and God said, I want to see what people had to say. I'm going to save some of my thoughts and share other people's. So someone commented, Scott is on the DL, 2 years max. Someone responded to that person's comment to say, DL? That's putting it mildly. Good thing Lady Graham was there to witness the nuptials. Another one responded to that comment to say, separate homes, mutually agreed public appearances, no physical contact, similar to First Lady's prenup. Another one says, how long before she figures out he is on the DL? I give it 6 months. Another one says, Scott's marriage would have been illegal before 1998 for miscegenation or race mixing. Besides removing such laws for the statute books, a number of state constitutions were also amended to remove language prohibiting miscegenation. Florida in 1969, Mississippi in 1987, and in all bold, South Carolina in 1998, and Alabama in 2000. Look at that. Another one Marriage is an important step in furthering one's political career. The relationship seems to have progressed rapidly after he was passed over for the Veep. Another one says, I thought he was on the DL. Another one, there have been significant changes in SC during the past 50 years, but his sexuality is not one of them. Another one says, beautiful couple. Up until 1967, Senator Scott could not have married his lovely bride due to GOP policies against interracial marriages. Now, the GOP is against marriages of gay couples, so while Senator Scott enjoys the efforts by Democrats to make his marriage legal, he fights against the rights of other couples to enjoy the same right. Another one says, just so everybody knows, I've been invited to the honeymoon. What happens in South Carolina stays in South Carolina, and it's a picture of Lindsey Graham licking his lips underneath that comment. Oh my God. Another one says, the bride is 47 and the groom is 58. It doesn't sound like they'll be able to start a family. Does J.D. Vance know about this? Somebody comments and said, I think the other senator from South Carolina was there to catch the bouquet. Plus, seeing if he has the hips for a bridal dress. Supposedly, he caught the bouquet and passed out from the vapors. They're talking about Lindsey Graham in that comment for those who do not know. Another one says, Scott was okay at the beginning of his career. Then he totally sold out to Trump. Now, who cares? His career is finished, stalled. Well, to respond to that comment, he was never okay in the beginning of his career. He's always been a proverbial sellout, but I digress. So selling out to be Donald Trump's crony is nothing new for him because he's pretty much been a sellout all his adult life. Another one says, those types of marriages were against the law 75 years ago. Loving versus Virginia, which led to lifting the felony status nationwide on such marriages, were in 1968. Somebody commented and said, congratulations to Senator Scott and his bride, Mindy. Best wishes to you both for happiness and health. And somebody responded to that comment and said, this wedding wouldn't have happened if Tim hadn't went through conversion therapy. Now, for those who are not familiar with that is some program that some churches are involved in when people are gay, and it's supposed to, I guess, vibrate or mitigate the gay out of them. I don't know, but basically that's what conversion therapy is supposed to be. And somebody else said, what a beautiful beard. I mean, bride. And I'm going to leave it right there. The fact that she moved forward and did this, I mean, honestly, it makes my stomach hurt because it just looks so forced and so fake. And I believe that it is. It's disgusting. And I was about to say something else, but you know what? I'm going to leave it at that. I'll leave it at the sellout, Uncle Tom, bucking and shoe-shucking, bucking and jiving, shoe-shining clown that he is, because I was about to go into something else with regards to her ethnicity and his ethnicity, but I'm not going to go into all of that. But what I will say is this. I don't have any issue with people falling in love with who they fall in love with and things like that. But what I do have a problem with is self-hating Negroes like him, that they really don't like themselves. And so if they ever do get in a relationship, whether it's real or not real, like this one I believe not to be real, it rarely is ever with someone that looks like them. And why is that? It's because of the self-hating Negro that he is. And so I'm going to leave it at that. You can let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments, guys. Thanks so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye.